Oh,
Hello, hello.
oh, there she
Hi.
is, you guys. Yes, look how beautiful she
OMG.
is.
Aw, thank
Yes,
you.
yes. This.
Thank
Oh
you
my
so
God, you
much.
guys. Look, this is at your best working. Working girls, honey. They gotta hit it. Whether it's in
Aw,
an interview, in the car, or whatnot.
girl. Look,
Yes,
it's non-stop. We gotta make it do what it do.
yes. Seriously, it's been times, honey. I have model clothes in my trunk, hitting it
Yes.
to audition or something. You guys, just
Yes.
introduce yourself. You guys, this is Jaleesa Mosley. She is a contestant on the ever popular show on the Shade Room from Sickberg Productions. Hosts
Yes.
with the America's Next Top Model, Takara Jones. The show Thick House. You guys, show
Yes.
your love. Show your love.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to chat with you. I'm
Oh my
excited to
God.
answer some questions, get in some tea, you know what I'm saying, on the
Yeah.
show.
Yes, go in for tea. You see, I got my cup here
Ooh,
just in case it gets a little full, honey. It goes a little in.
I know that's right.
Yeah,
I
y'all don't even know. Like me and Jaleesa, like we kind of go a little bit back. We've
mhm,
modeled before on
yeah,
the floor on the runway. She's runway girl. She'll
yes.
give you a runway, honey. As you can see, because she was killing it the first challenge, honey. So
Thank
let's
you.
get right into it. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Jaleesa. Let the world know where you're from.
Yes, so I'm from Conway, Arkansas, you guys, which is where I'm at currently. I'm visiting home for graduation and Memorial
Oh,
Day.
nice.
Yes, so I'm from Conway, Arkansas. I grew up in the country. We're headed to the country right now. I'm about to go ride my horses. Like I'm the epitome of country girl. Like we just left the lake. I see you was on your boat today too. Yes.
Yes, girl, getting it in for Memorial Day weekend. A girl gotta
Don't you?
live.
Yes, don't you love it? I love it.
Oh my God, yes. Just being in the country, like, how was that? Like, just wanting to be a fashionable girl and just being a model. I know, like, the country, that's like, you can take a girl to the city, honey, but you can't take the country out the girl, honey.
No, for real. I always made the best of it. Like if you ask my sisters and all my younger cousins, which I have a lot of, I'm the oldest of 27 grandchildren. I always
Nice.
made the best of it. Like when we were younger, I would make up dances. We would play school, and
Yes.
they're always messing with me. Like you was so mean. You was a mean teacher. You was a mean principal. And I'm like, whatever.
Oh
But I
my God,
always
I
made the
can
best of it.
totally, yes.
Yes, I always
I
make the
can
best
I
of
can I can relate to being Granny's child because my
it. Yeah.
grandmother, she had 8 kids, and out of those eight
Hmm.
kids, they had 4 or 5 kids. So I never needed friends. I had
Right.
cousins, like
Yep.
seriously, growing up with them, and just like that. That's crazy. So where exactly did you start in modeling? Like where did it just like where the passion came from? Like, you know what? I want to do this.
Yes. So my career started actually 6 years ago from yesterday. I had my 6 year first time modeling anniversary. And I
Woo!
entered, yeah, like it feels like it's been longer than that, but it's been happening so fast. But it all started from me entering a local fashion show in Mesquite, Texas. They
Okay,
had
go.
like this opportunity where you sign up, you walk in the show, you get a 1 year modeling contract if you're a winner, and they only pick 10 winners, and I was one of the 10 winners.
Yes.
From there,
Word.
it took off. I started walking in fashion shows from Louisiana to Arkansas to Texas. Like it was, back to back to back. I have walked over like I want to say 30 fashion shows.
Yes, honey, and I'm a witness to your walk, honey. I've walked with
Uh-uh.
you and shows. Baby gives it like how I gives it, you guys. Baby can give you a real plus size beauty walk, honey. She's gonna give you
Uh-huh.
what you need. She's one of the runway girls,
Yes.
and like seriously, girl, it's to see another plus size girl just on the runway killing it. I know that just makes my soul like I'll be like, yes,
Yeah. And
work, honey,
I
work.
actually thought about it the other day. I was like, I was watching I want to say it was like flashbacks of Victoria's Secret shows, and I was like,
Yes.
it looks good, but it doesn't look like they're having fun. And the energy in our shows as plus size women, like when we come through, we shut it down for
We
real.
come through, baby.
And
We gonna end the show. Like
yes,
we are gonna top the show.
it's
And
so fun. Like
yeah,
I really do love Runway. I really do.
I do. I agree. You know, that's been a little bit of the talk because the plus size girls that are like runway girls that's killing it for the shows. Lately, it's for me, it's been the Fenty shows where they've been like shutting it down for plus size women representing on the runway. Shout out to Riri.
Yes.
Yes, 50 Savage, you guys been killing it for the plus size industry. But I do agree though, you know, Victoria's Secret could ump it a little bit more when it comes to plus size, you know, especially because it is a show where it's like, you know, you really give it out, you show your personality, and your strut is just like hard. Yes, I get it though. And speaking of just like plus size girls, like what is your idea on body positivity? Because I know most models, we all have a different type of you know, vision when it comes to body positivity. What that mean to you?
Body positivity to me, it really starts within yourself. Like I can't say that I love myself if I'm judging someone else by, you know, their outer appearance. So body positivity to me is really truly loving yourself so that it radiates and you are able to love others, because you have to love yourself in order to love others. So it's really about feeding yourself positive energy, feeding yourself positive affirmations, feeding yourself, you know, everything good for the soul so that it can be shared with others. You can't pass on that love without loving yourself, you know? So I would definitely say, like, so many people are jumping on the train of body positivity, but they're not really understanding it because
and not walking that walk. Like they're saying, but they're not really walking that walk. Because I'm like, body positivity is every aspect of your life. Like when you're of a bigger size, you know what I'm saying? Even if for the small girls, body positivity is just loving thyself naturally, flaws and all. So, and plus, honey, I see that radiating when you're on that show. Like you have been coming and like shutting it down. For me, girl, you did the best you could in that wig.
Right.
That wig, it was a little Cynthia, but you did the best you can do in that wig. So I commend you, honey. I commend you. Yes, it's just like, what was like seeing you on that show? Because I'm gonna be honest, I knowing that I knew somebody on that show and how talented you are already, I was screaming in my phone. Like my boyfriend was like, Jesus. And I was like, no, like, I know her. Like, she be fucking it up. Like, she is, yes.
Thank you.
Baby, y'all, we did a runway show, and everybody know how runway shows are chaotic. They didn't have enough makeup. We popped open the trunk. On these hoes. And she was beating girls' face like, it was nothing. Like, it was nothing, y'all. We made it work. Like, y'all don't even understand. Like, it was teamwork and just queens working together. I love that.
Right.
Jesus, yes. But yes, like how was it? Like just seeing you radiate that much just from these first 3 episodes. Like, how was your experience?
It was definitely way better than expected. When I had the opportunity come about, which was through one of my casting networks. I was like, ooh, the Shade Room and Facebook Watch. I was like, you know, it's
you know, everybody be scared, like, oh.
Yeah, because I knew it was gonna be for entertainment. But I definitely went in and it was a lot better than expected. The group of girls that I worked with, amazing. Like I had such a good time with them. Every time they post something about like what we did or like just us chilling around the Thick House, I was like, wow, that was the best crew. I mean, the best cast to work with because they were so like super fun and just, you know, accepting. So it was a very fun experience. Working with Takara was amazing. I was just like, wow, am I really here? I had to keep pinching myself because it was that real.
It was that, I know it was like super surreal for you because it was surreal for me just seeing that, because I love to see other queens, especially ones I know that worked from the ground up, and
Yes.
that is like doing it. So I know it was very much surreal for you, and it is so beautiful to know that you guys had this type of sisterhood, plus
Uh-huh.
size super sisterhood in the house, because we get the models, stereotype of the model bitch, and that's
Yeah.
good. It was black queens like working together, so I freaking love that, girl.
Yeah.
Speaking of models, like, who would you say, just top five like supermodels of yours, just because you are a other model and just content creator? Like, I know there's always somebody when we were growing up that we looked
Yeah.
up to. Yes.
Yeah. My top five would be Ashley Graham, Passion Jones,
Of course.
um,
Of course.
Tabria Majors,
Yes. Work, Tabria.
Chastity Saunders, which is also a dear friend and client of mine. I absolutely love her.
Work. Love her
Yes.
too.
And my fifth one would have to go to. I actually would make my fifth one very personal, which is my auntie. She was like the first model that I ever knew. I was going to her photo shoots and her video shoots. Like, she showed me the modeling world, and I give props to her every time, because without her, like, I
Yes.
wouldn't be inspired to model. So yeah, my auntie would be my fifth pick.
Work, honey. So it's already in your bloodline, honey. Like, we are
Yes.
a bloodline of gorgeous models, honey. Like, we do this. Now
Yes.
it's just you being like, because I've noticed like you've killed it. Like, you kill it and you murder it when it comes to like social media, just being a plus size influencer. The makeup. What made you like, it was just like, if modeling ain't it, honey, makeup is what I do, and like lashes. Like, what made that? Like,
Yeah, it started for me in high school. I was in cosmetology, and that's where I learned like the basics of beauty, how to
yes.
work with different skin types and work with different clients. So I learned that for myself. I applied it to my YouTube channel, which is where my love for beauty stands. All of my content started on
Mm-hmm.
YouTube, and
Yes.
I started walking in my makeup, and I was my walking billboard, my own walking billboard. And I noticed that people were like, "Who did your makeup?" And it
Yes.
turned into, "Can you do my makeup?" So then I was like, "Yeah." And then that turned into clientele, and I'm like, okay, so it was really a passion that found me. Like, I actually love doing makeup. It was such a relief doing someone's makeup and seeing how their confidence changed so much after
Yes.
I got done doing their makeup. And I was
Because I'm
like,
telling
okay.
you, I mean, some girls don't even understand. Sometimes getting your beat face can just uplift your day, because you can just come out that chair a brand new bitch. Like, if you're
Absolutely.
brand new swag, and you be like, you look in
Baby.
the mirror and you be like, what? You be like, oh, what?
I mean, like, and it even takes just a pair of eyelashes sometimes, where I'm like, okay,
Just some lip gloss, like
yes,
lip gloss, eyelashes, just your eyebrows snatched sometimes. Just really, just it gives a whole difference, you guys, a whole difference. And I
exactly.
know you're like, you're on the go, so I'm not gonna fulfill you with so many questions, because girl, I know you're driving.
We
I don't want
have
you
to
like
do
multitasking
we
like
have to do
that.
a part two for sure. A part two has to come, because I want to sit down and like talk. Okay.
Yes, we have to have a total sit down. Okay, so I only have a few more, and girl, because these people blew my inbox up, girl, like blew it
OMG.
up. Yes, girl, you have fans. They was like,
Oh
yes,
my
I
gosh.
love her. She is going in on every episode. Like, I just gotta know. So my first question from the fans: does
Okay.
Jaleesa wish she could have changed anything on the show?
I wish that in the first couple of episodes I wasn't holding back so much, because
Yeah.
this was my first time being in an unscripted show where I was able to show my personality. And as women in general, we're so
Yes.
like told to belittle ourselves in rooms, and I was doing that, and I actually had a breakthrough after like day 2, because I was so scared to shine. Like, I was
Yes.
scared that people were going to be like, oh, she's doing too much, or she feeling herself too much, because
Oh my God.
you
Yes.
know what I'm saying. So I
Yes. They
wish that,
always do that to us. Like, we just always have to be toned down and just quiet and timid. Like, no, I'm a
it's
big
tough.
girl. I have a
Right.
big personality. Like what?
Exactly. And
Like
I held back a little in the first couple episodes. So that would be what I would change, to just walk in the place from the jump knowing who I am, you know? And I found that in episode 3, which was today's episode, and it was
yes.
a breakthrough for me.
Moving forward, how do you feel just knowing that you have young girls and like you're this plus size influencer? Like how do you feel and what's your aspirations? This is from a actual fan girl. I couldn't believe the
Aww.
like I couldn't believe the questions. It was making me smile. How do you feel just being a plus size influencer and what is your aspect for the next 5 years?
Yeah, that's a very good question to whoever asked that. It actually makes me feel like I'm fulfilling my purpose, because I have 5 younger sisters and I am the oldest of all the cousins, you know, of 27 grandchildren. So I feel like I'm fulfilling my purpose as the girl I was supposed to always be there for them. You know, they have something to look up to that's so close to them, you know, so it makes
Yes,
me realize, like, okay, I have to keep going because it's bigger than me now. I can't keep
it
going because
is.
I don't want to go home. Like, I have to keep going because I have to prove to them that they can do it as long as they put in the work ethic and put God first. You know, they can do anything. And going forward, I'm just so happy that I'm able to represent a girl that once felt like I did growing up. You know,
Mhm.
like, I came out of that insecurity of belittling myself and making myself smaller and trying to cover myself up, because I was
Yes,
that girl who
yes.
wore clothes that were too big, and you know, who didn't really talk when she went in the room. So
Right.
I'm so happy that I'm able to be that representation now, and now my cousins and my sisters actually see proof and they're witness to it happening.
Yes, it's meant, and you're like a walking manifestation of what you want in your life. And I'm super, super proud of you. And just one last question, just getting out because we are going to have a part two. Like, we are going to have to sit
Yay.
down because we have so much to talk about. Because you guys, this industry is so like, just imagine being a model, like, but just being a plus size model has its 10 times of
Right.
just being successful in the business.
Yeah.
It's and just making a name for yourself is just everything. So we are going to have part two. We are
Yeah.
going to chit chat and it's going to get down to the nitty gritty. What are your views? So I asked everybody this. What are your views of being a plus size beauty? Like, how does that make you feel? Like, do you feel like you're the baddest? Or like you have this upside of a standard or like more? What does plus size beauty mean to you?
Ooh, that's a good question. I like how you put that,
Yes.
because I usually say, like, what it feels to be like a 6 foot tall girl, and that all ties into it. Like, I know that I stand out when I walk into a room because we are above average. Plus size
Mm-hmm.
girls have always been shadow banned because we are plus
Yes.
size. You know,
Yes.
we're
Yes.
just now getting the reputation we deserve. So that makes me feel good that because I'm an acquired taste now, I can walk into a room and know that, okay, we see her, like, we realize that she's in the room. And it was before even knowing that. I knew that because I walked into a room, I'm 6 feet tall and I walk tall. I was
Yes.
already walking, you know, in my glory. I was already standing out. So now that I'm a plus size 6 feet tall girl, you know what I'm saying, like, that's a thing now. it makes me
Yes.
it makes me very happy that we're finally getting to a place of I can't even say the word right now, girl. Recognition, yes. We're finally getting to that place where we're valued, and you know, we always have been valued, but because of society has tried to shadow ban us, you know, it does feel
Yeah.
good that we're getting somewhere, and I hope that we continue to grow and don't get stuck in a box of one type of plus size. I hope that we keep
Yes.
breaking barriers of being
Thank
all
you.
types of plus size.
Thank you. The girls who don't necessarily have the flat stomach, the girls who don't have, the butt, or just like it should be because plus size come in all different sizes, you guys, and plus size, especially plus size beauty. It comes in all different genres and frames. So
Right.
I love that. I love that majority, all the real plus size girls, like they really have that mentality. Like, yes, it has to change because we are not just one box. We are not
Right.
just one box. So I really does love you, girl. It was a pleasure of having you on here. We are going to sit down one day. It's gonna have to be like a podcast because I know it's gonna be like an
Yes.
hour long. It's gonna go
Yes.
in, yes. And I really do adore you, you guys. Thanks for everyone that tuned in. This is Jaleesa Mosley, you guys, content creator and model. Tune in for next week, you guys. I will be interviewing Amarachi next week. Yes, we're gonna get some more
That's
TikTok
girl.
flavor. Thank you, beauties, for tuning in, and I'll see you guys Sunday. Thank you so much, Queen. I really appreciate you. Can't wait to follow up with you. Enjoy your weekend. I love all you guys.
Thank you for having me. Talk to you
You're
soon.
welcome. You're welcome. And thanks, you guys, for tuning in. Love everyone.